Hello everyone, welcome back to the Historical Site. Today, we're diving into part 2 of our series of the history of Sicily. If you missed our last video, we explored the early history of the island, discussing the indigenous groups like the Sicils, the Sicani, and the Elymians, as well as Sicily's unique geography and strategic location in the Mediterranean. We also touched on the waves of colonization that brought the Greeks and Phoenicians into conflict with the native Sicilians. But before we dive deeper, there are a couple of important terms that you'll need to know, such as Magna Graecia and Carthage. Magna Graecia means Greater Greece, and it refers to the southern parts of Italy and Sicily, where many Greek settlers established colonies. Next, Carthage. Carthage was founded by Phoenician settlers and was part of the Phoenician trade empire, until eventually Carthage split from Phoenicia in the Levant and became its own empire. Carthage, a network of city-states centered around a semi-centralized capital in Carthage, or modern-day Tunisia. Among the major Greek settlements were Naxos, Syracuse, Acragas, and Gela, each ruled by powerful tyrants, who often found themselves at war with one another. On the other side, Carthage, originally called Carthaginian, meaning new city, expanded its influence far and wide, establishing colonies in Spain, Sardinia, Numidia, the Balearic Islands, and Libya. Yet the most coveted land for the Carthaginians was none other than Sicily, which the Carthaginians viewed as the jewel of the Mediterranean. The Carthaginian settlements began in western and northwestern parts of Sicily, starting with Motia, and later expanding to important locations like Panormus, Solius, and Lilymount. The first recorded conflict between the Carthaginians and the Greek city-states on Sicily occurred in 580 BCE, when Greek settlers encroached too close to Carthaginian territories. The Greeks were swiftly defeated, but this skirmish set the stage for a much larger conflict. The Battle of Himera. Fast forward to the year 480 BCE. The year of the Battle of Himera, which was ironically the same year as the legendary Battle of Thermopylae, which is depicted now in the famous movie 300. The Greeks and Carthaginians clashed in the Battle of Himera. The Greeks claimed a highly consequential victory that had serious ramifications for Carthage. However, it's important to note that a significant portion of the Greek forces were mercenaries from afar. According to the paper, The Diverse Genetic Origins of a Classical Period Greek Army, which was published in the Proceedings of National Academy of Sciences, up to 3/4 of the soldiers in the Greek army were non-Greeks, hailing from regions as far away as Ukraine, the Baltics, and Eurasian steppe. And for those who are interested in exploring your connection to historical events, sites like My True Ancestry and Illustrative DNA can trace your genetic connection to these historical events using ancient DNA. From the Battle of Himera to see if your ancestors may have partaken in the conflict. Okay, back to the story. This victory severely weakened Carthaginian power on the island for the next 70 years, allowing Syracuse to emerge as the dominant force and grow their power on the island. We can still see remnants of this victory today. To commemorate this victory, grand monuments were erected, such as the Temple of Athena in Syracuse, which is actually still used as a cathedral today, the Temple of Hera in Acragas, and another temple in Salinas. Following their victory, Syracuse embraced democracy and became the largest city-state in the Greek world, rivaled only by Athens. But the peace was short-lived. The Athenians launched the Sicilian Expedition, a surprise naval invasion which ended in a disaster for Athens and left Syracuse vulnerable. The Carthaginians seized this opportunity, capturing key cities like Salinas, Himera, Acragas, and Gela between 409 and 406 BCE. Dealing a severe blow to Syracusan power. Amidst this chaos, a new leader rose to power for the Syracusans, Dionysius of Syracuse. Dionysius reclaimed much of Sicily in 392 BCE, confining Carthage to a small portion of the island, and even extending Syracusan influence into southern Italy. His reign saw strengthened alliances with Sparta and a significant contribution to the Corinthian Wars. Even as Dionysius held Carthage at bay, a new and even more formidable power was rising, the Romans. The stage was set for a new chapter in struggle for supremacy over Sicily. a chapter that would see the island's fate intertwined with the rise of Rome itself. Thank you all for watching. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe this video, and tune in to the next video on this series soon.